Last but not least, Jeremy Sharp.
Hey, how's it going, Indiana Wesleyan University? As Sam said, my name is Jeremy Sharp, but you can call me whatever you want. I don't really care. Most people do call me Jeremy. Some people call me Jerry. Some people call me Jer. My friends are getting progressively lazier, but it's okay. I don't really care. The first thing that you got to know about me is that for the greater portion of my life, I was a nerd, or as it is more commonly referred to as, a homeschooler. Yeah, there we go. All right, now, I don't know if anybody, yeah, actually, let's do that. Was anybody in here homeschooled, or was it just me? All right, right there. Were you homeschooled? I'm sorry? No, I heard you. I'm just really sorry. Yeah. I'm not going to say that I didn't like being homeschooled, but I really didn't like being homeschooled. And I will admit there were some advantages to it. You know, I had more imaginary friends than anybody else on my block. But aside from that, my least favorite part had to be that, well, being homeschooled, it makes you funny. And I'm not talking about the good kind of funny, not like the Dane Cook kind of funny that would help me out in this situation. No, I'm talking about the kind of funny that makes people go, oh, look at that poor kid, he doesn't know how to open his carton of chocolate milk kind of funny. And that's a true story, too. I was in public school for my last 2 years of high school, and my first experience at a public school lunch table involved me, the table, 6 people who had been in public school their entire lives, and a 2 by 3 inch piece of cardboard that would own me that day. I had to get help to open my chocolate milk. That was my first day of high school. No, okay? No, you can't judge me, because unless you've been opening those things since like finger painting and nap time, they're tricky. They're hard to figure out, because you gotta like hold down flap A while simultaneously depressing sides B and C, and then with D. I didn't know if I was trying to open chocolate milk or put together a bookshelf from IKEA. I don't know, but potentially life-scarring incidents aside, my situation was kind of interesting, because I got to see what it's like on both sides of the fence. Like I was homeschooled early on, which was great, and then I was in public school during high school. And now that I think about it, I'm in private school now, so that's like the trinity of education. But it's really cool to see the differences between like homeschoolers and public schoolers. Like for example, when I was in homeschool, it was just me and my brother and my sister. So we never really had to worry about who liked who. It never came up. It was never an issue. And then, like, prom drama, I didn't have to worry about it, mostly because we didn't have a prom, but, you know, I'll take it however I can get it. But then we got your public schoolers, all right? And I'm going to pick on girls especially here. But when a public school high school girl gets a boyfriend for the first time, there's usually, like, 2 different ways that she can react to it. First off, she can become like completely oblivious to all the guys around her who actually still want to date her. Like a guy could literally be on one knee proposing to her, and she could be, oh, we're just friends. Oh yeah, that's just my friend. Oh, he's my friend Jeremy. Oh, you're such a great friend, Jeremy. Such a great friend. Okay, rule number 1, guys hate the F word. Or friends, that's the F word. And by the way, that's totally not a true story, and it totally didn't happen to me senior year of high school, so we're not going to go there. The other way that a girl can react when she gets a boyfriend for the first time is she can go like completely opposite of that. You know, like she can become oversensitive to all the guys around her in those situations. Like she thinks that just because she's in a relationship now that everybody should know it. Like just because she goes on Facebook and clicks that little relationship thing and like she adds like cute little photo booth pictures and then, like she photoshops and puts little hearts and words everywhere and it's so cute you want to throw up. Okay, that wasn't in my script. I just really hate it. But anyway, so girls think that just because they do that, everybody and their brother should suddenly know that they're in a relationship. Like I was standing in line for food the other day, and I see this girl, and I walk up to her, and I'm like, excuse me, do you have the time? And she's like, no, but I'll tell you what I do have, a boyfriend. Step off, beard man. That's actually another thing that I didn't like about being homeschooled. It almost became like an identifier about me. You know, just like with the beard, like people could just tell as soon as they met me. Like they could smell it on me or something. You know, I'm serious. Like within 5 seconds of meeting somebody, they just know that I was homeschooled. Like I go, "Hi, my name's Jeremy." Some people call me Jerry, and they're like, "Were you homeschooled?" Yeah, I can just kind of tell. Yeah, I can just tell. That's a cute little pocket protector you got there. And of course, I'm like, guilty. But I don't know. Yeah. Moving on. I think one of the biggest differences between homeschoolers and public schoolers is just like, I don't know, common sense. All right? And there are just a couple of social skills that I lack that y'all probably take for granted. Like, you guys might call them street smarts. Yeah, well, for homeschoolers like me, our streets were from our bed to our kitchen table. And there's nothing smart going on in between there. True story. My first week here at IU, freshman year, so I was still on curfew because it's kind of our thing here. Yeah, and I was sitting in the student center. I was by myself, and my phone had died, so I didn't really know what time it was. And I was just sitting there, and I see this girl walking past out of the student center kind of quickly. And I'd seen her around, so I knew she was a freshman, but I didn't really have any idea who she was. And she's walking out kind of quickly, so I'm thinking maybe the reason why is that, you know, she's on curfew too, and she's trying to get back in time. So I'm thinking maybe I should do that too. So I grab my stuff real quick, and I start walking out of the student center, you know, and we're walking the same way. It's dark. There's nobody else around. I'm like 15 feet behind her, and she looks back. Starts walking a little bit faster. So, of course, I'm thinking it's a little bit closer to curfew than what I thought. So, of course, I start walking faster too. A couple more seconds go by, and she looks back again. Starts jogging. So I'm like, okay, now it's like 11:56, 11:57. I got to get back as soon as possible because then I'm going to miss curfew my first week at school, and then I'm going to have to go to Taylor, and nobody wants that. So I start jogging, okay? And then finally, she looks back one more time. Takes off in a dead sprint running. I'm thinking, shoot, you know, I have to get back right now. So I take off in a dead sprint too. And, okay, side note here. I would like to think that I'm a pretty athletic guy, except for like right now, and the fact that sometimes I break a sweat peeling an orange. But aside from that, I was like, I could easily outrun this girl, you know? But that wouldn't be a very nice thing to do. That wouldn't be a very good friend thing to do. So I kind of hold back, and I'm just kind of laying back behind her a little bit, making sure she gets back, you know? And so I'm just making sure she gets back to her dorm on time, and it's dark and stuff. So we're both running. And I'm trying to help her out. I'm trying to encourage her to get her to her dorm faster. So I yell out to her with the best possible intentions, "Is that as fast as you can run?" Do that. Yeah. I'm going to spare you the details on that one. But two things, it didn't turn out well. And second, I made it back to my dorm at 10:37 that night.